Hello and welcome to the For Facebook Friends podcast. Lunch with me. Actually, I'm Jeffrey. I'm not Kolma. Kolma is with us today. Say hi, Kolma. Thank you very much. And Nico. Isaac today is absent because he's really busy. He's always busy. We'll discuss. We will discuss entertainment news that interest us. Most of them being fairly recent, as you may not be interested to listen about the entertainment news of the 1800s. But that's just our opinion. Maybe you're interested in that. I'm your host Jeff the God, and today with me we have Sundiver, also known as Nico, also referred as the Samurai. How are you doing, Nico?
I'm doing well. I've yet to start my samurai training.
You don't need training. You're already a full-fledged samurai. So,
of course, because it's not like they prepare years to become masters of the samurai sword.
That was in the past
also known as what?
Just like in the past, you needed to have a diploma to get a job. Nowadays, you don't need that. You don't need
still
training
do.
anymore. You just
You still do.
No, if you just have a piece of paper that looks like a diploma and just say, "Oh, I have a diploma from Harvard," people will just believe you.
Okay. I'm not gonna trust you on that.
Okay. So, we have multiple subjects to talk about. Nico has like 17. I have one. And
I have 5.
Well, let's start with one of yours, Nico. What did you want to talk about today?
Alright. So, first up on the list is Kong, the movie in 2017.
Oh shit, I didn't have that on your list of stuff to talk about. So, that's one more subject.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, there's 5.
Oh, what?
So.
Alright. Let's start with Kong. Kong was dope.
So, for those who don't know, Kong is about a movie of people who go to an island to look at some strange things, but we don't know what those strange things are until they reveal it way later in the movie, because they like to keep their mouths shut about things and get people killed. So, they're actually looking at the giant gorilla that's living there, known as Kong. Surprise!
I wrote Kong was dope on Google, and Kong Skull Island is the third thing that appeared. So people think Kong was dope.
The action I find is a really strong point of the movie. It's well paced most of the time and really entertaining, and especially the last fight, which gets you really hyped up. And despite you knowing who the victor is, it seems like he's gonna lose at least once, maybe twice, which I find is really good storytelling on their part with the action scenes.
Wait, why did you think that, by the way, this is all spoilers, why did you think that Kong was gonna win? What gave you that idea?
Because the movie's called Kong, and they were talking about releasing a Kong versus Godzilla movie in the future.
Yeah.
You can't do that if Kong's dead.
No, I went to Spider-Man Homecoming this weekend thinking you might die, even though they might be, I don't know. Maybe you think you've seen Dragon Ball Z, they can just bring you back to life.
Do they have Dragon Balls in the Marvel universe?
I don't know, they might have some in the Kong universe. But yeah,
I don't think so.
And those two moments where you're talking about when he was fighting the Island Crusher, are you like, oh man, Kong might lose this? Or when he's fighting against Samuel L. Jackson, you're like, oh man, Kong might lose this.
No, I was really surprised that Kong. I didn't think that Kong would even be affected by anything. I thought Kong was just gonna like stomp on them and crush them all. But no, he actually got knocked out, which was really impressive. I didn't anticipate that. So yeah, there's 2 major fights in the end. Well, major fights. The first one was not that long. The next one was a bit more major, but anyway. So there was Kong versus Samuel L. Jackson, or as he's known in the movie as
the mother.
Oh gosh.
Oh no, that's not the name.
No, it's
Preston Packard.
Yeah, that guy. I should keep a Google tab open to.
We will slander every single one of those names.
Oh gosh. All right. So yeah, that fight was actually surprising since Kong actually did lose that fight. Ish. He got knocked out, which is exactly what Samuel L. Jackson wanted to kill him. I don't know. I consider it a loss because he almost died. Yeah, I did not expect a, like, skyscraper-sized gorilla to get knocked down by, like, some flames and... Yeah. A human, basically.
Never underestimate.
However, I find that the, you didn't know why the fight was happening.
Well,
really.
I think...
Samuel, like, the character, Paxton, right? Paxton? Preston. So... Preston, his motivation was revenge because some of his soldiers died due to going to a giant gorilla with helicopters and shooting at it because it was a giant gorilla. There is no... If I was Preston?
Yeah.
If I was Samuel L. Jackson's character... I would have hightailed it out of there. It's like, oh my gosh, a giant gorilla. Let's leave it alone.
Honestly, I wonder how long it's gonna take until they just start calling Samuel L. Jackson's characters Samuel L. Jackson. I don't care about their names. But
so
yeah, since he wasn't with the Brie Larson and Tom Hiddleston group, like the group that went with John C. Reilly, the Hank Marlowe character that was trapped in the island for many years. Since he wasn't part of that group, he didn't get to understand, oh, Kong protects this island. And just thought, oh man, Kong is a gigantic gorilla that can just get out of the island, walk into the nearest city, and just destroy it whenever he feels like it. So to protect humanity, we should probably just take him down.
Although, like, they did at least try to explain to him that Kong was actually the one killing all the giant monsters on the island.
Yeah, he did.
But he wasn't having none of it.
No, he didn't have faith in the apes. No. Like, to make something of the Planet of the Apes stuff, but no. Like, he would have been on the opposite side of the Planet of the Apes.
You mean on Skull Island?
No. There's a Planet of the Apes movie that's getting released soon called War of the Apes. It's humans versus the apes.
Okay.
And Samuel Jackson would be on the human side.
Probably.
Only one of them can live. This Earth is not big enough for us, too.
Okay. So, yeah. I didn't exactly understand the motivation behind his character, even though you clearly understood it was revenge.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like he wasn't the most logical of characters.
Definitely not. Well, that's usually a villain just goes by a leap of logic. They just go from one idea to the other and just jump. And it's like, wait, there's a logic part missing here, and that's what makes them a villain usually.
Yeah.
You want just
I prefer villains that are a bit more well written. Yeah.
Like the Skull. I always forget the name of those creatures.
Skull crawlers.
Yeah, like the skull crawlers. Did he have a good motivation?
Probably the best motivation out there. Get rid of your only competition / predator and
be the next movie. Skullcrawler versus Godzilla.
No, because the giant skullcrawler died.
Well, yeah, but that's what he was trying to do. I was just like, man, if I could just take him down, I can go to the audition, pass for Kong, and just fight Godzilla, get some money.
I don't think in the movie, I don't think anyone is auditioning to get more money in the next movie. Because they're characters and aren't aware of the outside world. Unless they're Deadpool, but they're not.
Yeah, what I really liked the most about this movie was the creatures that they have. I like the skullcrawlers. I like the little bug that when the guy was sitting on the log and then just the bug popped out. Like,
oh, that was cool.
And the gigantic spider that we only saw once, sadly. Like I really like the design of the creatures. It made it really interesting, and you were like, man, really anything can happen. You can just walk and then suddenly a crazy creature can pop out of nowhere. That was really
I really liked how all of the creatures had really good camouflage for their environment, even though they were so massive.
Yeah.
One of the things I didn't like was the squid, because it was anatomically inaccurate. and it was in water too shallow for its body.
Maybe it was,
If it was an octopus, it wouldn't have that many tentacles. And if it was a squid, it would have 2 tentacles that are a lot longer than the others, but it didn't. All of the tentacles were of equal size. So, yeah. I don't exactly know if it was a squid, or meant to be a squid, or an octopus, but it fails at both.
Yeah, I feel like that definitely detracts a lot of points from that movie. Which explains the 76% rating on Rotten Tomatoes. Really, I feel like 24% of that was the squid. Maybe 23%, and then just 1% for the plot.
1% was Samuel Jackson's horrible motivation.
Like, most people's problem on this movie is the characters. They're like, oh man, the characters are forgettable. You're not invested in them, and I'm just like, thank God. I hate watching horror movies, and it's like, oh man, I care about the character. I don't watch horror movies, by the way. And it just died. I'm like, oh no, my favorite character, the comic relief, just died. Like,
actually, I think in one of the movies that I'm going to be talking about today, actually one of the characters are going to die, and you do actually feel sad for their death.
Like, that's earned compared to like 20 minutes in the movie and then just get killed by a spider. If I don't care for them, I'm like, oh man, that spider's cool, and that guy just died. Like, I didn't buy the ticket to this movie to see the characters and talk about their struggles in life. I bought a ticket to the movie to see King Kong fight against crazy creatures.
Yeah, I guess that would be the point of the movie. Like, you kind of expect that from a Kong, especially from, like, the earlier versions. Mm-hmm. Like, where he's punching T-Rexes and whatnot.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's no dinosaurs in this movie, so...
Not yet.
Godzilla's not a dinosaur, I think. I don't exactly know what he is, but he's not a dinosaur.
What did you think?
Like, traditionally. He might be based on a dinosaur, maybe, but I've yet to see any evidence for that.
And what do you think about this movie compared to Godzilla in the monsters appearance? Because from what I heard, in the Godzilla movie, he only appears towards the end of the movie. He just gets teased for the entire movie. And in this one, after 10 minutes, you just see Kong crash, destroying helicopters.
30 minutes.
30 minutes?
He appears at the 30-minute mark, I think.
What's it?
Roughly. No, I really enjoyed seeing Kong for more than like 12 minutes of the movie. Yeah, no. I really appreciated that from this movie. I definitely saw Kong in Kong. And not like
Fishes.
Like there was 2 stories to this almost.
Yeah, John C. Reilly's story about him wanting to return and then to eat a hot dog while watching football with his wife and kids.
Yeah, actually, that's another good point to that movie. You are introduced a character who, like, comes in at like halfway through the movie, mm-hmm. and have very little time to actually explore this character, mm-hmm. but you feel invested in this guy's survival and what he wants to do, which is like get off the island and see his family.
When I saw the
so like with
when I first saw the trailer about this, there was him at the end making a joke, and I found it good, but I was scared that most of his jokes weren't gonna land because they were like, oh, let's put a comic relief. I just makes a bad joke for the entire movie, but I actually found him like really hilarious and was really invested in his character because like they explained his backstory really quick. He made sense, and it was really relatable character.
Yeah. No, it was kind of funny to have like someone who was on the island for so long, but he was probably the most humored out of everybody.
Also impressed by Loki's sword skills. Those were really impressive.
Tom Hiddleston.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even Tom. It was Oh gosh, going to my Google tab. Hold on.
Try to get the character's name.
Kong character.
To be fair, it's
Captain something. Hold on.
I was there 5 seconds ago and I closed the window because I didn't think we were gonna need the character. Okay, Tom Hiddleston played James Conrad.
I got the Diddy Kong cast.
So what did you want to say about James Conrad?
Yeah, so I really liked his character because he just had a lot of common sense. It was pretty good. It was kind of a relief to have someone with that much common sense. Like, don't shoot the giant bison because it's a giant bison, and so it's probably just gonna wander off anyway. And, like, don't shoot the gorilla that's killing the things that are trying to eat us on the island. And, yeah, no, like, that's probably not very strong arguments.
Really well done.
Although compared... Actually, the characters don't have a lot of development. No. They're very static for the entire movie, and that's a weak point.
It's pretty much like, let's go to this island to discuss. I don't know. How do you want to go again?
It was essentially to see Kong and, like, document him. And
no, but like, you didn't tell them that Kong was there. I think it was just to document the island's location.
Yeah. So, Bill Randa, which is one of the scientists that decide to go to the island, along with someone else who doesn't even appear in the first, like, 5 character lists, but he survives at the end of the movie. Gosh, I don't know what his name is. So, like, 2 scientists go to the island to document it, which is what they say to the people, like, to the soldiers and people that they bring along, to, like, document wildlife and
with military weapons and
actually no, it's a geological survey. That's what they were doing, because they were dropping off explosions and documenting the sound waves that so they were doing a geological survey of the island,
that looks like
which is so that was what they were saying that they were doing, but they were really luring Kong out with their explosions to, like, raise awareness for giant creatures on the island. Mm-hmm. So that was the goal, and so you have these guys from the army who fly helicopters, who are the only people, it seems like the only people capable of flying dangerous, like, flying through dangerous kind of conditions, like storms. They had to fly through a storm to get to the island. And they bring along Captain James Conrad in order to kind of be the voice of reason. Like, all right, stick in a group.
We need somebody logical in this mission.
Don't eat the berries because they might be poisonous. And so he's a tracker. He's also good with
logic,
like logic, but also, like, survival. Like, all right, so go up the mountain, follow this river. This is how much time we'll need to get there, and we should probably rest at X, like at time X and whatnot. So that's why he was brought along. And Mason Weaver, which is another main character, so she is a female character who
she's a female, and
the only woman on that trip.
Wasn't there 2? I thought it was another female character.
And this is why we didn't care when she probably died.
Oh yeah. It was Tianjing's son, which I have no clue who that is. And but yeah, she was the character that was hanging out with John Goodman with Bill Randa. She was hanging out with was it Houston Brooks? I think it might have been him. Anyways, they were hanging out together and being scared of everything and being like, oh my god, let's get out of this island. Yeah, she was in the movie too.
Oh, okay. So she served no purpose whatsoever.
Nope.
Obviously. So Mason was also on the she was a naturalist and a photographer, so she was documenting the island by taking pictures.
And the Deus Ex Machina that Kong needed.
Oh yeah, she does get saved by Kong twice.
And she plays uh the
Romantic interest of the skyscraper gorilla.
yeah, she plays that, but
That's
in more modern role, which is less I don't know, I don't think demeaning, but less boring, less, because we've seen that most
cliched.
of the time. Yeah, yeah.
It
To make
was
it less cliche.
like compared to the other movies where Kong fell head over heels for the female character. This time Kong's just like, oh gosh, I need to save this one because she act
She
like
takes pictures.
I remember. No. I'm pretty sure it was because like she didn't point a gun at him and shoot.
Loki didn't point a gun at him. Why didn't he save him?
Because Loki wasn't a female in need of help. Yeah, no, Loki was hardly ever in danger, ever. Even though he, like, put on a gas mask and took a sword and started cutting, like, flying reptiles. I don't know what they were called. Anyway, point being is, he wasn't female, thus didn't need saving. But like,
Great start,
at
Alex.
least Kong didn't like kidnap Mason and take her to his like gorilla cave and like, you know, make it awkward.
Like Fairy Tale, episode 2.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
that's exactly.
But like other people might not.
That's exactly the scene you're describing right now. But anyways, yeah, this was. I don't watch many movies. I've only watched 12 movies this year that came out this year. I mean, and it's in the number 4 because it was just a really fun time at the theater. Sorry for my strange to say
Theater.
Theater.
No, theater.
It was a really fun time. It was fun to see Kong beating stuff up, and Samuel Jackson fighting a gigantic gorilla. You won't see that in a Marvel movie, so that was fun to see. And yeah, so it's my number 4 for this year. And I don't know how much points you would give that movie or how you would rank it. Because I know
The story was passable. The visuals were good in my opinion. The action was really entertaining, and the characters unfortunately didn't stand out much and didn't have very good motivation other than like kind of survive, and there wasn't any character development, which was really disappointing.
Even John C. Reilly, the guy wanted to make it back home to his son and family.
He also didn't have any character development other than like, you know, the moment in the story where he was fighting a I can't remember what nationality they like he was, but he was fighting someone from another country during World War II. Yeah, and then eventually became friends with him, but by the time you meet him again, like Hank Marlowe, like when he's kind of old, like the person that he once fought and became friends with died.
From a heart attack. Death Note much?
No,
I don't think
it wasn't a heart attack.
No.
I'm pretty sure he got killed by like one of the monsters. So yeah, there wasn't any scenes with Hank Marlowe having character development, even though there was. But like during the process of during the duration or timeline where the movie takes place, Hank has no character development.
Yeah, there wouldn't have been any good spot to put those scenes anyways, because he was breaking up the movie a little bit. They tried their best to make the character interesting, but
no, I think they succeeded. Hank
Hank
Marlowe was probably the best written character because, like, with so little time to introduce him, they got you became invested in this character's survival, and genuinely felt a bit for when he finally got to meet his son and his wife. So
what's your rating of the movie? Out of 100, out of 0, out of 5, 10, 60.
Out of 10. Wouldn't watch again, but I'm glad I did. Okay. Out of 10, 6.5? 7?
Alright. That's solid. That's fresh in Rotten Tomato, so that's cool. And it's really close to the Rotten Tomato rating actually. That was like 78 if I remember correctly. But anyways, so yeah, Kong was dope. Watch it, people. It's fun. You'll watch it once. You'll like it. You'll be ready for Godzilla vs Kong in 3 years. Godzilla 2 is being made right now. They keep changing the titles. I don't know. It's like Godzilla. No, I think it's Godzilla King of Monsters. That the title still is right now for the second Godzilla movie.
What year is that coming out? And is it the same one as Kong vs Godzilla?
I know Kong vs Godzilla will come out in 2020 apparently, and Godzilla King of Monsters I think it's for 2018 release.
Oh, so this year? Yeah, June 2018. Interesting.
Yeah,
who does he fight?
2017, Nico. That's next year.
Yeah, next year.
I don't know much about the movie. I just read a little bit. Actually,
who's he fighting?
Actually, I think it's 2019. I'm saying 2018, 2019.
Okay, so, oh gosh, they have Ghidorah in there already. Mothra, Rodan, and Ghidorah. Yeah. So Godzilla's definitely gonna need a partner if he's gonna fight Ghidorah, which is like a pretty iconic like supervillain for Godzilla. I think he has a vulnerability to electricity, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah, Ghidorah's a pretty big deal.
And I just watched this strange commercial while trying to see in what year Godzilla's gonna be released. It seems to be in 2019.
Let's see. This article that I'm reading is dated August 14, 2014. Okay, yeah, that's a pretty long time ago. Might be slightly outdated.
I wasn't even born at that time.
Yes, you were.
So yeah, anyways, you had 17 other subjects.
No. 4.
Sure. I see 5 here, but sure. What's your...
No, you got 4 other subjects, 5 in total.
I see 6 in total here, but alright. What's the other subject so that I know which one you're not talking about? Just the next one.
Okay, the next one, I think I'm gonna stick with movies and then slowly get into my second set of topics. So the next one is gonna be Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
Woo! Let's go. You love them.
Right,
they're back.
We're starting?
Yeah.
Yeah, alright. So, the synopsis of the movie is, after, being in space for quite a long time, I actually can't remember his name. Star-Lord's dad finally decides to go and get off his butt and find his son. And so he does. Which splits the group in half. So you have, what happens is that they crash land on a planet, and the dad comes and picks up Gamora, Star-Lord, and I'm really terrible with names.
And Drax?
Drax, yes. And then brings him to the planet that he's been living on for quite a long time, as we're going to discover in the movie. We should probably have like a spoiler alert for like every single one of these.
Yeah, I think we're talking about spoilers for all those movies. But the fun thing about the synopsis is that if somebody's listening to it, you have no clue what you're talking about. You just skip
they don't?
You just skip like the first 45 minutes of the movie, I think.
Oh, okay.
Which is they're out on a job for the Sovereign, and then they're just like, woo, and then there's their first song like.
The Sovereign is people on a planet. They're kind of rich douchebags.
Yeah, and they come back later. So if you said that they're just a rap in Ego's planet, they'd be like, wait, who are those people that you've never talked about? So yeah, it's all spoiler. I think if somebody's listening to it, they'll have no clue what we're talking about either way.
Well, that's fun. So how are you guys doing? Those of you who don't know what I'm talking about.
But, like, yeah, that's funny with trailer. James Gunn tried to show as least as possible in the trailers, so most of the stuff in the trailer is actually like in the first 30 minutes of the movie, which is really cool, so you don't get any surprises. They even try to mislead you with one of the trailers by saying, "Oh, the big villains is the Sovereign. Look at them, they're so evil." And then
they're not evil. They just want their things back because Rocket stole them.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's sort of the start of the movie. So I suppose we'll talk about the other stuff. So Guardians of the Galaxy 1 was very known for its humor and fun display of a kind of a like gritty situation.
I don't know, man. I turned on the movie and I just started crying. I don't know what you're talking about.
Wait, Guardians of the Galaxy? Oh, right. No. That was the obviously you would feel sad for that part, but like after that it's just a really fun ride of like really terrible situations. Like they make prison sound like fun in Guardians of the Galaxy.
That's actually most prison TV shows and movies.
So in this, so
oh wait, it sounds like fun. When they escape, everybody dies, dude.
But it's fun for them. Anyway, so it's known for its humor, and in this movie, the humor is very, very forced comparatively to the last movie, which it seemed very like a much more natural and so much more enjoyable. But this one just sounds like every time that they say a joke, someone laughs, and you kind of feel like you're watching a sitcom where they just play the laugh key and then you hear like a crowd laughing, except it's usually one character. So it feels very forced, the humor. It's not as enjoyable as the first one, at like the humor anyway, but the action is entertaining since there's lots of flashy lights and you see the characters have fun while doing it. Like it seems like they're having fun, especially the scene where Raccoon is just like murdering all of Yondu's crew.
Yeah.
Let's see.
What would you say? What would you think got the better was better liked from like most of the people? The first one or the second one? Like according to Rotten Tomatoes. Like let's say for the critics, so it's actually mostly the critic that.
I haven't looked at Rotten Tomatoes to
what do you
compare
think?
The two movies.
Like if you guess.
I would guess that the first one was better received.
Yeah. The first one has 91% on Rotten Tomatoes. The second one, 81%. So still really liked.
A whole 10%.
But not as much as the first one.
Yeah. I think it might be because the humor and the novelty wasn't there anymore. Like it wasn't fresh.
Well, it was on Tomato,
okay.
but it wasn't fresh for the viewers.
Yeah, like it wasn't new. It
Yeah.
was something that people seen before, and the humor was not as well written as the first one. I think that might be where it kind of had its flaws.
That was most people's opinion too. What did you think about the twist? Did you see it coming? Or were you like, oh, the Sovereign are still gonna be evil and just come and get the Guardian of the Galaxy, and Eagle's gonna help them, beat them? Or were you like, oh man, I thought that was coming from a mile away?
I was expecting. I wasn't exactly sure what I was going to expect. I knew that like the Sovereign were going to continue and try to kill the Guardians, but I didn't exactly know when, or maybe they'd just avoid them and there wouldn't be any conflict. So I wasn't exactly sure, but of how it would turn out. I didn't really. Like, it kind of had a few bad vibes from the dad because of what's the servant girl's name? Mentis. So like you got a few bad vibes from like who the dad was.
Because he can't sleep alone. Who can't sleep without the help of an alien? That's just freaky right there.
So to clarify, I don't think these two slept together. Mantis's job was to be a sleeping pill, essentially.
Yeah.
So she could induce sleep on him with her empathic abilities.
That means that there's something that's making you stay up at night, meaning that she did something bad. So that's why he needs sleeping pills. He killed so many people. He's like, man, I can't sleep. I just keep seeing these horrors in my head constantly. So I need sleeping pills.
I don't exactly know what made him stay up at night. But yeah, he does kill every single one of his offspring, except
because
for
they're failures. That's the Father of the Year award right there.
Alright, so to explain that a bit more, so this guy, he's kind of the Zeus of the Guardians of the Galaxy, where he just kind of tries to reproduce with any woman he can, of any race.
Yeah.
Like of any race, in order to try to find
you don't know, maybe he reproduced with males.
Maybe, but he made himself like a male anatomy. Right. So this guy, he is a self-declared god. He created his own planet, and apparently he's been alive since like the beginning of the universe or something, something like that.
He is a living planet. Like the planet is him. I forgot the exact term that he used in the movie. It might be celestial, but I'm not sure. It's like it's a really powerful entity in the Marvel universe, and I think they just used them as a stepping stone because they're getting to Thanos. Like, okay, if they're getting the galaxy can beat a planet like a celestial, I think is the word they used. Then it would make sense if the Avengers somehow managed to get the best out of Thanos.
If the Guardians can kill a living planet, I'm pretty sure Thor could kill a planet as well.
Like I said, man, it's a celestial. So, and the only reason why he got defeated is because of Peter, since he's also a celestial.
Actually, I'm uncertain if he becomes half celestial at the end of the movie, because when his dad dies, he loses his god powers or celestial powers.
I think he's nice. I think he's a human now, only.
I'm not exactly sure if he has the endurance that he had. Like, I don't know if he'd be able to hold another Infinity Stone in his hand. Like, that's kind of left up to debate. They might have him, like, still be able to resist having an Infinity Stone in his hand and not dying. But he definitely wouldn't be able to use the powers that he demonstrated in this movie.
So no more Pac-Man.
Yeah, no more creating random stuff to fly around in and create random objects.
Yeah. So, but would you say that? What do you think about the motivation of the villain? Would you say it's one of the better villain in the Marvel universe, or it's one of the weakest?
So in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, the villain, which would be the dad, I think you're talking about.
Yeah.
His motivation was to essentially dominate the universe by enveloping them in cocoons of gelatin.
Yeah.
I'm not exactly sure why.
He wanted to make the universe in his image, which is perfect, and by enveloping in them, it in like himself basically. So like it says like it's so lonely because he just sees people like live and die, and just wanted to make everybody like perfect, a little bit like him. So he could basically hang out with himself all day and just be able to coexist with living beings of his level, of his stature. He wanted to feel less lonely.
Okay. I don't exactly see how his plan accomplishes that, though. He kills everyone.
Yeah, but then he creates everyone based on him.
So he just create more hymns.
Yeah, that's why you could say that he has a big ego.
Haha. Like, I feel like his logic is flawed yet again. Like, if you're just making more of yourself, you're not becoming less lonely, you're just hanging out with more views. And it's not that hard to just look in the mirror and talk to yourself and present different opinions on a single subject. Like, at least it
maybe
isn't
he tried that for a couple of thousand
for
years,
me.
and then he just got bored. And
Maybe
what he
we
was
don't
talking
know.
maybe what he was talking to himself in the mirror was a plan to create more of himself, and the mirror convinced him and just did it.
Maybe, but we don't know. So I feel like his logic is a bit flawed, again. I really question his motivation behind just killing the children who didn't display any celestial powers.
We don't need them. Like, they're useless beings. They were only gonna live like 30 more years. That's nothing to him. It's like 4 seconds. It's like, oh, I'm just making it faster.
However, I think his approach with, like, at least how he handled Star-Lord Peter?
Yeah, Peter Quill?
Yeah. I think how he handled Peter was probably well done. Like, he almost convinced him, and Peter seemed on board, and then he was an idiot and mentioned that he killed his mom with cancer. Yeah, he can just give people cancer. It's weird.
The real bad
guy. Yeah, Peter's dad is the cause of cancer, everybody. Okay.
You lose all sympathy for him in that moment. Well, actually, it's when he crushes the Walkman. You're just like, oh, you killed his mom, but the Walkman? Oh, you garbage human being.
He was just a jerk all around. He really shouldn't have mentioned that he's the one who killed Peter's mom. Especially, and again, his logic is flawed when he's just like, I loved her, and so you gave her cancer?
Well, he loved her so much that he didn't want to derive from his plan. Like, if they made reference to the song Brandy, which is another bone I have to pick with you a little bit later. Well, like he says, okay, I really liked her, but I have a job to do, so I needed to go back to do my job, and to make sure that I wasn't going to come back to Earth to live with your mother, I had to kill her. So he just gave her cancer and then went away. Because if he came back anyway, she would have been dead. And I guess he didn't want to kill her too violently because he liked her, so he just killed her slowly instead. It seems worse.
No, you... What? No, cancer's horrible.
Yeah.
No. A gunshot to the head would have been more merciful.
He goes a strange dude.
Yeah. So, flawed logic in a character. Although, like, he almost handled Peter very well. Because, like, he convinced him, he told him his plan, or showed him his plan, and Peter was on board, and it was going super well until he mentioned that he gave his mom cancer. But, like, then when Peter started rebelling, he didn't immediately kill him. He just, like, he was going to set and, like, put him into, like, solitary confinement, essentially, in the planet for a few thousand years. Until, like, he was on board with the plan again. Which, like, I find is, like, was probably one of the smarter things he's done in that movie. Or at least tried to do. It doesn't work, obviously, because Peter kills his dad in the end. Like, group effort. The Guardians kill Peter's dad.
Did he kill his dad or his father, like Yondu said at the end? What do you think about that character during this movie? Because many characters.
Oh yeah, Yondu. Like, there's some character development with Star-Lord, Peter, Gamora, Rocket, and Yondu, which was unexpected. For Yondu. You kind of sensed that Rocket would have some character development in the movie because he was being such a jerk for the entire movie for like no good reason. So you felt like something was gonna happen there, but then you didn't really expect that Yondu, who appeared like a villain at the beginning of the movie, would eventually become one of the protagonists and also like one of the characters that you got to know really well. But yeah, also well done. Like, when Yondu dies, you're like, oh no, Yondu! But like, other characters, instead of like, oh, okay, Yondu's dead, whatever. I actually thought he died when Gamora's sister shot him in the whistle device thingy on his head. But no, he wasn't. But like at that time where I thought he died, like I was slightly shocked, but I was like, oh, whatever. But then he was alive, and I'm like, oh, whatever. But then like at the end of the movie when he died, like when his character got the opportunity to kind of grow on you and like explain some of his motivations, like you actually got to feel sorrow when he died. So.
Yeah. Like, and that's why I differ from you. Like, you remember when I said that Kong was my fourth favorite movie this year? Out of the it's the 12 movie I've seen this year. My third favorite movie this year is Guardians of the Galaxy 2. I actually liked it more than the first one. I found I really like the comedy in the first half of the movie, but afterwards I just feel like it just stops and just goes to an action movie. With this one, like comedy is subjective. Most people didn't really like it compared to the first one in this movie, but I really liked the one that was in this movie, and I liked the development that really every character got, maybe except for Drax.
Drax
was there.
Didn't get any.
No, he was mostly there just to bash on
And
Mantis.
I don't think Groot got any.
Ooh, Groot? Oh yeah, Groot.
Yeah.
Well, he got one technically at the end of the movie. If you saw the 7 post-credit scenes where where he's a teenager.
But like that's not really character development because it's not part of the movie.
Well, yeah, that's why I like how they treat like so many characters, and they did a pretty good job with it. There's multiple lines I really like "I'm Mary Poppins, y'all," which is probably the funniest line in the movie. I like Ego compared to, because the villain in the Marvel movies are always been a really weak part, and I really like that Ego actually has a motivation that makes a little bit of sense compared to some of the other villains.
You don't think Loki had good motivation?
Yeah. Okay. Name the next good motivation villain. Name the next one with good motivation. All right. That's what I thought. And then. So I really enjoyed that movie, and it was just a really fun time at the theaters.
Oh yeah, the action scenes were really fun and entertaining, but you didn't really feel like there was any stakes in it. Like you knew that all of the Guardians were gonna survive.
Of course, because just like the other movie, there's another movie coming out called Avengers: Infinity Wars. So you pretty much know, hey, they're probably gonna all stay alive.
Yeah, but like you didn't think that they were going to lose whatsoever at all. You were just like, oh no, now more bad things are happening. Oh no, now more bad things are happening.
What I'm gonna go see,
how are they going to survive this?
What I'm gonna see.
But then Yondu died, and you're just like, oh wow, that I didn't expect this.
Yeah, but when I'm gonna see Thor Ragnarok, I'm not gonna expect Loki or Thor to die. I'm gonna be like, well, of course they're gonna live. Avengers coming. And Loki is Loki.
But they might kill Loki off.
No, I don't think so. He's such a gigantic villain in Thor that I don't think he's gonna bite it. Like I don't think.
I don't. Like, do you think Marvel would be able to like survive the hate of all the fangirls?
Yeah, it's that, and the fact that if Loki dies, you literally have nothing to do with Thor. Because you're like, okay, I can make him fight against the other villain, but then you have no counterpart to play off with the existence of Loki. Like, so like, if Loki dies in Thor Ragnarok, you know that Thor is dying in Infinity Wars, because it's like, well, where is he going from there? Like, he might have other villains.
So you're saying that Loki is Thor's motivation to protect the universe?
I just feel like, I would say motivation, but I just feel like he's a piece in Thor's like movies. Like if you had an Iron Man movie with just Tony Stark going around not using a suit, everybody would hate it. And it's called Iron Man 3. And Thor's Iron Man movie ever made. So like, yeah.
It's called Iron Man 3.
So that would be the same thing. If they do a Thor 4 and then Loki is nowhere to be seen, will just be like, man, that movie's kind of disappointing. There's a thing missing.
Yeah.
So yeah, okay, and the vote I have to pick with you about this movie. See, we're gonna play a little game here. That's why I made sure that the song was working.
Alright, let's play Yahtzee.
Not Yahtzee. You said that the songs in the first one. Okay, I'm bad with music. I don't know anything about music. You said the song in the first one are better than the song in the second one. And
they're presented in a more obvious and more like.
Really? Because from the first one, there's only 5 songs I remember in the movies out of the 12, and I only listened to 4 of them. I don't. Can you even remember some of the songs in the first one?
I'm not good with song names.
Not the names,
singing
just
songs.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna play. Well, okay, because that.
Okay, so there was the song in the beginning when he's on that planet getting the Infinity Stone.
Yeah.
There's the song in the prison. There's the song with like when he has Gamora listen to.
You actually remember that song?
I don't remember. I might not remember the song.
Not the name, but like the flow of it, the beat, the melody. Because I know that there's a song that he makes her listen to, but I cannot remember it at all. And when I listen to it, I'm like, oh, I hate that song.
Okay, so that's what you would mean.
Yeah.
Okay, I might not remember it, but I'd have to see. And there was the song where they were suiting up to go and fight.
Yeah, I thought I would like that song.
What's his face? The guy with the blue guy that isn't Thanos because he's purple. I'm not racist. I know Thanos purple and the main villain was blue. Hashtag skin color awareness. Anyway, oh, and Gamora's green. I have to mention everyone. Oh, and Caucasian and Drax with his like red. Anyway, I'm not gonna hammer that joke because I think it's lame.
Ronan. Thank you for buying me time.
Oh yes, Ronan. That's what I'm here for, buying you time.
But like.
And then there's the song at the end where they like he gets his Walkman, like the new tape for his Walkman.
Yeah. So
oh man, does it get replaced? His Walkman gets replaced, right? At the end of the movie? Okay. Okay, good. I was just like, oh no, did he get a new Walkman after his dad broke it? He has to.
So yeah, those are like you named like 4 or 5 of those songs, which is basically some of the like literally the ones I remember. Except you didn't say the so there's 2 in the prison scene that I remember is the We'll Get Shaka's song when they first came in and the Escape song afterwards because it's just Escape is awesome. But yeah, I feel like the songs in the like while some of them are like okay you're just putting a song because you're getting the guy.
I can't remember any of the songs in the second movie.
I feel like I feel like they have way more impact in the story. Like the Chains song just works perfectly with.
They're used to tell the story though.
Yeah, which I feel is way better used than the song in the first one. It's just like oh, they just put a song there. Compared to the second one, where it's just like oh, let's take those songs from the 80s and then just help them weave them in the story and then use them to tell the story. And I just feel like they end like the stories, and that's why I should listen to the track, to the song album because it just the way the songs are ordered just tells a nice story.
Okay, yeah. So the use and creativity of how they use the songs is better than the second one, but it's not as memorable as the first, I'd argue.
All right.
Like you're not gonna be singing to those songs, like on the radio.
Okay, so that's why I'm gonna play a game, and make you listen to the songs from the first one and the second one, and you tell me, my good man, from what movie do you think they are. Right?
Okay.
So I'll pull one of them here. First of all, do you like it? What movie do you think it is from?
I feel like this is from the second one.
Do you like it?
So far.
Alright, so this is actually from the first one. A very memorable song. Okay, so now let's put in another song. Alright.
I like this song. I feel like it's from the second one.
First one again. Very memorable. That's actually the song when he suit up. I was sure you're going to recognize that. Alright.
Well, looks like I was right when I said my memory is terrible.
Alright. Now, this song, I don't think you're going to remember this one.
Probably not.
I picked the worst place to start. Let's start it here.
Oh, this is the one where the dad's like talking to him and... Right?
Which dad?
Not Yondu. Ego?
No, that's actually the Yondu scene. After he dies, that's the song that they play.
No, Yondu!
The one where the dad talks about is this one, which is probably my favorite song of the second one.
I'm obviously failing this game.
Alright, let's give you a chance.
I've got 0 out of
You're definitely
4
gonna get
points
this
right
one.
now.
Oh, you gotta just get one.
Is this the end of the first movie?
No, it's not. It's in this. Okay, another guess of the location.
Is it... Oh, okay, so I got the right movie?
No.
Okay, so it's the first scene where they're fighting the alien on the Sovereign's planet.
Oh, okay.
No,
Let's give you an easy one. If you don't get this one, I swear to God. Okay, wait, where is it? Okay.
Are you playing the one where he's like... Oh, this is the end of... No, this is where Groot's dancing at the end of the movie, but like during the credits scene.
You got one, Jesus. Alright, so very memorable song in both movies. you got none. Except for this one.
You didn't even play the one that was playing on the radio. The one at the beginning of the movie where he is kicking like rump rats over.
Where is it? It's this one. My favorite song of the first movie. Shit, I think it's too real. Yeah.
That's the one where they're breaking out of the prison, right?
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
So, we learned those songs are extremely memorable. And that Nico likes the second movie better than the first one. So, let's go by the way, this...
I do? I do?
No. But, oh yeah, what did you think about the 7 post-credit scenes? I think there was 5.
I think I watched only a few because because
you had to leave the theater. The theater.
Theater. I don't think it's called the theater.
The theater. What the movie? I think you watched at the theater the movie, and that's why you didn't watch all the post-credit scenes. I watched it at the theater. But I think you watched it at the theater. Right?
I can't remember exactly what happened at the end. I might have taken a bathroom break. Who knows?
Okay. Alright, sure. Why not?
Whatever.
Let's just go move to the next subject then.
Two Titans to Sailor Scouts. This deck is ready to raise.
Alright, what's the other movie you were gonna talk about? If there was another movie, I don't know, because I got 7 movies here, and that's
no, you don't. All right. Oh yeah. I'd have to say that for Guardians of the Galaxy, I feel it's important that I watched it because of the cinematic universe thing, but I think I would have preferred not seeing it.
What's your rating out of 10? Because that's how you do ratings.
4 or 5?
Jesus Christ, that's running the schnitz. You really hated that you were trying to Alright, the next subject.
It wasn't that great. I was bored.
It was amazing.
So I went to see the movie.
3rd favorite movies of the year for me. What's the next subject? Nico's wrong.
I think that my favorite movie of the year is an anime film called Your Name.
Trash. No, I'm kidding.
Trash. This is when you hold up a glass of wine, sip it, and say, "Used to have shit taste." No? Okay. Anyway.
No, I don't see that.
Do you think that would have been funnier? No.
Just go ahead, man. Go ahead.
I think. Anyway. So, the synopsis of this story is.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah. Okay. So, you have a guy and a girl who switch bodies every. Who knows how often?
They're transgenders. We don't judge here.
No, they like their consciousness goes to the other person's mind for a day.
Yeah, it's a psychiatric condition. It's not a joking matter, and it's something takes it really seriously. And it's multi-personality disorder.
Isn't it? Just no. It's explained as a superpower.
Yeah, it's magic.
Okay.
This is movie magic.
So this guy and a girl, they switch bodies at random times, and they both live each other's life for like a day at a time. Except like usually they like I think most of the time they get to see the aftermath of the day where they weren't in their own body. And so they use this and so they communicate to each other via like writing on paper, writing on their hand. And so at first they're both having fun with it, but then you eventually realize that these two people are then building a relationship through their experience in each other's body. Like they write each other notes and like boundaries, and they're having a pretty good relationship already. Anyway, no, these guys are really good. I'd ship them together if I didn't already know that they got together at the end of the movie.
You don't know that. You just looked at each other, which is a big accomplishment actually. It was surprisingly extremely difficult for them to look at each other.
They definitely ended up together.
I don't know, man. I don't know. You don't have a life.
I feel like they ended up together.
Okay.
I ship it, even though I already know what's happening. All right, so yeah, so that's the plot for the first half of the movie, until you find out that so the guy wants to go see the girl and finds out that there was a crater that hit, or a meteor that hit 3 years ago, wiping out all of the civilians in the town. And so you realize that it was a time travel body switch.
Ooh. So what he's saying is that they basically live in different years and they haven't realized it because they don't own calendars, and or they don't check the dates on their phones that the boy was using.
It's not like the movie doesn't have flaws, but it's not like you don't love every character that's in there.
Well, okay, and well, you love most of the characters that's in there. I don't like the dad.
Every character.
I don't really like the dad.
Every character. Like, you at least got to, like.
Honestly,
you might have not liked how the dad acted, but you loved how the character was portrayed. Like, you, instead of being like, oh no, a bad guy, you're just like, wow, this guy's a prick, and I wish that he wasn't such a prick to his daughter. That way they could have an actual, like, loving relationship with, like.
Actually, I related way more to the dude than I did to the girl. I had some issues with the girl, but since you spend most of the movie with the guy, I think that it was pretty well paced and for how they treated both characters. But yeah, I did have an easier time relating, and I like the guy more as a character than the girl.
I can't remember which one I liked more, but I do know that, like, you felt invested in both of them. You wanted both of them to be happy and to, like, have good lives and relationships with, like, those around them. And, like, you wanted the boy to, like, have a successful relationship with, like, the girl he had a crush on, until, you know, you found out that the girl was much better and awesome, because who wouldn't like superpowers? And you shared a body. You shared a body. You kind of expect that they should, and they were really respectful as soon as, like, they both kind of realized that.
They were really respectful. I think one of them was really respectful. The other one was trying to be respectful.
Okay. Point taken. I mean, of each other's. Okay, maybe the guy wasn't respectful. Actually, I think the girl ended up doing some stuff too. I can't.
Yeah, that's what annoyed me more about the girl, is that like what she did in the guy's life was mostly really annoying, and I completely understand why he was, like, pissed off for everything that he did. And from what the guy did to the girl, most of it didn't seem like a big deal. It was like, oh, I just made you more popular, and with some people that were annoying you, just told them off. And it's like, oh no, why did you do these things for me? And then the guy's like, oh, you just made my life way more complicated. You just wasted my money on this. And that's why I related way more to the guy than the girl, because I was
but like, I'm pretty sure that was before they knew that they were actually switching bodies with real people.
But even afterwards, I feel like the girl establishing the relationship with the other girl on her own, and saying, oh, okay, everything's set up, then you go out with her. It was a bit selfish. It was like, oh, you should go out with her, so I'll just set up everything and make her believe that you're a completely different person. Afterwards, you'll come in and be different, a completely different person, and she'll be like, wait, I don't completely recognize you from yesterday. What has changed?
I feel like the intention was not to make his life harder when she was trying to set, like, a relationship. But yeah, the logic was flawed.
Yeah. She was a little bit too focused about her opinion than just thinking about what would be better for him. And he was a bit like that too, but it just wasn't as bad than the things she did. Like, the impact weren't that big.
Wait, were you talking about that the girl had less respect for the other guy than she did?
Well, not less respect, but, like, the stuff that they did in each other's life, like, the impact were way bigger for the guy than they were for the girl. And I just think him being like way more.
But they did, like, they were setting boundaries for each other.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Like, his boundary was like, don't waste my money on stupid stuff, and her boundary was, hey, don't be weird. Like, there's a dramatic difference in the boundaries.
I feel like one of her boundaries should have been stop touching my breasts.
That would have never happened.
Probably not.
No.
Please make sure that the door is locked so my sister doesn't barge in on
That
you.
was a really funny scene.
Touching
And
said breasts.
heartwarming scene. I was like, oh, that is adorable. When that scene happened. Really freaky for the little sister. Anyway. Hey, what is... Anyways, yeah, so... so the twist in the middle was really mind-blowing. I did not see that coming.
Me neither.
Our co-host Isaac said that he saw him from like a couple of minutes away. Kolma knows everything, so we don't even need to ask him. He has some really good input in this episode.
Let's see.
But yeah, compared to all the other animated movies that you've seen, because I know you're an anime fan. You watch like 17 anime movies per day. But like, where would you rank this compared to all those anime movies you've watched?
Number 1.
Oh really? Damn! Oh man, you watched like 170 of those movies. That's really impressive.
No.
What makes
like
it that high compared
10?
to all those other movies?
Is that I almost cried?
Oh wait, so you did cry?
Like, I can't remember if I did, but I might have.
I
at least almost cried.
I totally didn't either. Yeah, I totally didn't cry like 7 times.
Oh no, wait, I did cry.
Where? At the part where you noticed that there was a time difference at the end when they met in the parallel dimension. When they met at the end.
I think
after watching the movie.
I think when you realize that she's been dead for 3 years.
Oh, I totally didn't cry at that part. Well, actually, I didn't cry at that part. Really? You're like, oh, she's dead for 2 years. Like, oh my god, that's so sad. And you cried. Your girlfriend came in. What the shit? It's an anime movie. Oh, okay.
No, I was watching it with like friends.
Oh, and they all laugh at you.
I want no. So yeah, you felt invested in every relationship that was going on in that movie, and you loved every character because they were portrayed really well. Even though like the dad was probably the the meanest character in the movie, probably the closest to a villain that you can get in that movie.
I think the meteorite was villainous.
Anyway. And like the visuals of the movie were really beautiful. So yeah, I would rate this out of 10.
Oh my god.
Enjoy it. It's like would watch again.
Ooh.
And again.
Would you cry again though?
Probably? Maybe?
Weakling.
I don't know.
So, you know how I said that my 4th favorite movie was Kong, my 3rd favorite movie of the year was
Guardians of the Galaxy?
Yeah. What do you think is my 1st favorite movie of the year?
Not this one?
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah.
Was it?
Wow, you guessed right! Okay, I was not expecting that. What do you think is my 5th favorite movie of the year?
It's not this, is it?
No, it's Justice League Dark. And what do you think is my 6th favorite movie of the year?
I'm hoping that this is your 2nd favorite movie of the year.
Yeah, it's my 2nd favorite movie of the year.
Okay, good. What's your favorite movie of the year?
It's actually it's actually another animated movie called A Silent Voice. I liked it way more. Most people both came out at the same time last year, but they got their major releases this year, so they technically both 2017 movies. But
is A Silent Voice about the guy who's bullying a girl who can't, who's deaf?
Yeah, and that guy is so lovable and relatable. Yes, it's that movie. And then when you say it like that, he seems like the worst human being on the planet.
Like he is until he feels really bad about it and decides to make up for it. I haven't seen that movie, but it is on my list of things to watch.
It's even worse in the manga. In the manga, in the first chapters, you want to kill that kid. Because he is just the embodiment of Satan. He's bullying a young deaf girl that's just trying to be nice. Oh my god, it's horrible. But anyways, and it literally in the opening of the movie, he becomes relatable in 5 seconds. It's like, oh my god, oh I didn't think of that. Oh, you're such a nice character. But anyway, yeah, I like that movie way more. I don't know, that's why I didn't recommend it to you and Isaac. You might want to watch it, but I don't know if you'd like it.
I want to watch it.
Okay, most people, even in Japan, like Your Name more. But there's a couple of people that prefer the silent voice. Definitely in the minority though. But yeah, that was my favorite movie of the year. It's another animated movie. Yeah, I actually liked every character in A Silent Voice way more than the character in Your Name. There's some that are really horrible. There's some that are annoying, but they just feel way more realistic because not every character is like, oh man, you have like this little thing that I don't like about you, but you're a really nice person. No. Some of them are just really bad people. They're trying to do the nice things and they just struggle with it. That's why I started in Your Name I feel like there's bigger theme in A Silent Voice than Your Name, which is basically just like, hey.
If you're talking about relatability, it's a bit hard to relate to people who have superpowers and are living 3 years apart. So.
Yeah. But like I relate to the dude because it's just like he's just a normal guy living in Tokyo. Like remove the superpower, he's just a guy living in Tokyo and she's a girl living in a village in Japan. And it's a bit harder to relate to the girl living in a village in Japan.
It's a bit harder?
Yeah. Well, for me at least. I don't know if you can relate.
Like, I don't know if I could relate to the character. I don't even know what that really means. I know what relating means, but like I don't exactly
the kid is just like
relate to characters. Really.
He's just a dude living in a city that has a job and that goes to school. He's just like a normal kid.
Okay, yeah, I guess that's relatable.
Yeah.
Whereas the girl has like I don't even know what she does. She goes to high school.
Yeah.
But
high school in the village. She has to do like a job because her family has a role to do with like the culture.
Making really weird wine.
Yeah, like her family is culturally relevant to the village, and she has to work with that, and she doesn't get paid for it. And then she has to sit every night on a cup to make wine, as a dude will drink to go back to the past. You know, like classic village stuff. So yeah, really like the movie. Mostly because of the two main characters. I actually, except for the friends of the dude, I actually didn't care about the friends for the girl characters. But yeah, it was a really fun movie. I didn't watch that many. Actually, I don't know if Your Name's still 2 this year. Because I watched a movie yesterday that might take the number 2 spot because it's just so freaking fun. And that movie is called Spider-Man. Spider-Man just swinging around, kicking people, and just swinging webs and shooting stuff and being cute because it's Spider-Man. And he's actually in high school and he's not like 17. He's like 34 years old. Talking to a
Don't worry. The next time they're gonna reboot Spider-Man, I hear that he's gonna be a toddler.
But yeah, Spider-Man might actually take the number 2 stuff. I actually need to think about it a little bit more. Maybe I should rewatch Your Name. But yeah, Spider-Man was so fun. Damn, that was good. I don't want to give you spoilers because you didn't watch it yet, but you will have fun in that movie. That's all I can tell you.
Well, you might as well, since we're reviewing stuff. You might as well just say it. But I don't think it'll hamper my enjoyment.
Oh, there is a ton of spoilers in Spider-Man. There's a ton of surprises, so I don't want to tell you too much. But I really like the take that they did on Peter Parker. I really like the villain is actually probably one of the best Marvel villains in the entire universe.
Like in this universe or the cinematic universe?
In the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Oh, okay.
The characters are all really fun. It's cool to see Spider-Man in high school. It plays with a bunch of questions about like, hey man, this doesn't happen in Spider-Man, and hey, wouldn't this happen? Plays with a lot of that. There's a lot of reference to Ferris Bueller's Day Off, which you haven't seen, and you should see because the movie's hilarious.
I have.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Then you might enjoy a bunch of the scenes because there's a bunch of reference to it. And the movie is just like the best thing about the movie is it's just so funny. There's so many. Like it's well paced, but there's so many jokes that are just amazing and just Spider-Man just feels like Spider-Man. And
Shouldn't Spider-Man feel like Spider-Man?
Yeah, unlike Spider-Man 3 or The Amazing Garbage, Spider-Man feels like Spider-Man.
No, he was almost. He almost felt like Spider-Man in The Amazing Spider-Man.
That movie makes no sense. Like the entire movie was ridiculous. The only reason why I watch that movie is because of Emma Stone.
Did you hear that the Shredder from the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie and the Lizard Man were like both planning their thing at the same time, like giant beams in the city or in the air?
That movie was garbage. No. So it wasn't good. It wasn't good.
Anyway, I think I was referencing a Heishi review.
It just wasn't good. But anyways, don't want to spoil you on that because, like I said, there's a bunch of surprises in that movie. It's pretty fun and enjoyable. The action's cool. It actually, that movie feels really, really close to the ground. Like it's just your neighborhood Spider-Man movie compared to.
So like he's just walking along the streets,
yeah.
being your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Is he?
Yes.
Is he giving you lemons?
Dude, you probably haven't seen the trailer, but like literally. Like you will, oh my god, it's so good. It's so small. There's no big beam in the sky. The whole planet is not in danger. Like he's not fighting against a villain that wants to rule the world. And like it's just a great movie. I don't want to tell you the reason why the villain's doing what he's doing or what Spider-Man's fighting against, but it's a really fun movie.
Is he fighting against acne?
Who?
Is Spider-Man fighting against acne?
No. What's his name? Tom Holland looks stupid.
No, I should have said arachne, cause get it? Huh? Anyway.
And Aunt May is special. But anyways,
like 30.
She's 52. And what you
with that look, right?
Yeah, no, I looked at Google and I was like, this is insane. And then
she's not again. 50. She's
52.
She could be mistaken for a teenager, for crying out loud.
Yes. Wow. Anyways.
Actually, the when they're going to remake Spider-Man, she's going to be a teenager. Actually,
they asked for people in their 50s to audition for Aunt May. She came in and they're like, no, get out, you're not 52. And then she's like, no, I am 52. And you're like, oh god. But anyways, so what's next in the list of in your second list of stuff to talk about? You have like 7 things in there.
Okay. Let's see.
We'll watch Wonder Woman before watching Spider-Man.
Alright, so there's an anime that I started watching yesterday called...
That's not on the list! Alright, let's add this to the list!
I told you, there's 2 animes!
I just have one. Alright.
So,
I have 5 things to talk about.
So, the anime is called Konosuba.
Yeah. Really funny anime. There's 2 seasons out right now. And
yeah, but I'm gonna talk about the first one since that's the one that I've watched to completion.
Yeah. Oh, you watched the completion already?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But I thought you said you were right when...
I said first season to completion, not the second one.
No, but I thought you said you were at the part where the winter just arrived.
And the girl gets eaten by a frog.
Yeah,
that's in the second season.
What?
No, she doesn't get eaten. She doesn't get eaten by a frog in winter.
Or
in the
wait,
first
maybe you're talking about like the second coming of winter, because there's winter in the first season.
Yeah, but they don't fight frogs.
Okay. Sure.
In the winter.
The girl gets eaten by a frog multiple times anyway. So that. Anyways.
No, the guy never gets eaten by a frog.
The girl.
He's frog free.
The girl.
The girls.
Yeah.
There's multiple women getting covered in frog saliva.
I haven't finished season 1, so let's do this spoiler free. Even though there's probably not much spoilers in this first season anyways.
Wait, you haven't watched the first season to completion?
Not yet. I'm keeping up with other animes right now. So, why is Megumin the best character ever made?
Who?
Megumin. Explosion Girl.
Oh. No?
Well, she's extremely popular though. Everywhere.
I think it's because of her, because she uses explosion magic, which drains all of her mana and thus makes her unable to move. And then she's got to be carried around. And she's also very overly dramatic with how powerful she is. It's actually surprising how powerful she is, quite honestly. Like, for a level 6 wizard, she levels up later, but like, her magic is really strong for only level 6.
She keeps that practice going, man. She never misses a day at bombing that castle.
Yeah, she uses her explosion magic every day, only because she wants to, not because she needs to.
Yep.
Let's see. Do I have a favorite character? I think I relate a lot more to the guy.
Because
Like,
it's a dude, or
no, because
he doesn't have any magic power.
maybe because he's from Earth. Because like he's just trying to make the best out of what he's been given, and he keeps on being given like garbage. It's like I don't like he reacts in ways that I think I might react in certain situations. I think he has a bit of a meaner take on things. Like, but he is smart the way he goes about doing things. So I appreciate that he has to use a lot of his brain to solve problems as opposed to just like being immediately a god.
Like other anime that we've seen, wait, what's the name of that?
Log Horizon.
Oh, sure. Log Horizon.
Because it's just like, oh, these people are trapped in a world, but they're level 90, so they don't need to worry about anything.
Let's do that online, where the guy gets struck in the world and just becomes the world's best protagonist ever made.
Yeah, I've heard that. What is it?
Konosuba.
Konosuba. No. I've heard that Konosuba is supposed to be a parody of all of the trapped in video game.
You haven't noticed
animes.
yet? What do you mean supposed to? You feel like it's not a parody?
Hmm?
Why did you say supposed to? You feel like it's not
It feels like its own thing.
no, it's definitely making fun of the different genre, like the boss making you condition like, oh, you must come to my castle because I put this curse on you, and it's just like, dude, just have a heal that just removes the curse, like it doesn't matter. Like,
I don't think that I've never seen a boss do that to somebody. Usually, you'd have to fight the boss in his castle.
Yeah, but the boss poses you a reason, like, hey, I either kidnap this person or I'm gonna kill this person if you don't come battle me. Like that, like, oh, there's a curse, and it's like,
yeah,
we must.
There is no kidnapping, so that's interesting.
Or like, but yeah, it's definitely it's because of the comedy and the fact that it's slice of life. It's definitely trying to make fun of this genre in general, a bit like One Punch.
That was obviously a parody. I wouldn't be able to mistake that for it. Well, it is its own thing, but it doesn't feel like its own thing.
But that's what you're supposed to do. You're not supposed to just be like, guys, we're making fun of this in those anime series. You're just supposed to do your own thing while making fun of everything that they're doing. But it's hard to have character development while making fun of what other people are doing. That's why they just keep it to slice of life and a comedy.
I feel like it could be a bit more than just a slice of life. I feel like they could have some character development and like story progression, but they kind of just like slowly crawl their way up to becoming a little bit more comfortable during the anime. But you don't see like you really don't see them getting anywhere close to what their goal is.
And you should probably get ready to having them never achieve their goal. Except if the series comes to an end, which we hope it doesn't happen, because it's a pretty good series.
I watch it because I expect them to eventually get to their goal, and I don't know how, and I'm intrigued of how.
It won't.
Like,
I watched 10 seasons of Beelzebub. It won't. It won't.
Beelzebub's that kid show, right?
Yeah. She's basically like, man, I can't wait till like the real stuff happens.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
Get real. And like it's a kid show.
Beelzebub never amounted to anything. I was so disappointed.
Like, I can't wait for Ash to win the nationals, like to win the big competition, to win the Pokemon tournament. It's like, dude, it's Pokemon, man. She's gonna lose and go to another region. Oh.
I guess I have unreasonably high hopes for shows.
Well, for like I feel like when you turn in the show, you should know what you're in for, right? Like, yeah. Like, I feel when I started the show, I was like, okay, this is going to go nowhere. It's gonna be a slice of life and a comedy. Let's go. Why Attack on Titan? I didn't start Attack on Titan, but I assume it's probably going somewhere. It's gonna go crazy. There's gonna be action everywhere that doesn't make sense. And just big titans fighting each other. When you go see Naruto, you expect
this would be
women to
really
be treated horribly.
This is a really good point to like segue into Attack on Titan season 2, but I don't know if we're done with Konosuba.
So how would you rate the first anime on your list of 7 things that of 7 anime you want to talk about?
No, I have 2.
Sure.
I have 2 animes that I want to talk about.
I have 3 here, but sure. Okay.
What?
So out of 10 for the first season on. While you're progressing your way to the second season.
The comedy is good enough to continue watching it. But I wish the story was better.
It's never going to be
Feel like feel like it'd be a solid 6.5. No, just kidding. 6.
6. Better than
that's
Guardians
not
of the
solid.
Galaxy 2. So Nico is saying, drop Guardians of the Galaxy, go watch Konosuba right now. I don't know if it's on Crunchyroll. Nico just has the connection to get access to anime while still supporting the creators because they really need it.
I'm highly certain it's on Crunchyroll.
What do you mean highly certain? You're not certain? What does that mean?
I can go check it right now. I use another website to support it.
Oh, okay, I see you. Right.
I don't see you.
Oh, really? I wasn't sure if
No.
you could see me or not.
Do you see me?
Yeah, I definitely see you.
Okay, so you know that I'm in the kitchen making myself
Yeah, you
food
keep
right
moving
now.
around. Like, why is he moving so much? You went to a dark room once? I was like, just like, oh man, I don't know. I'm just going to a dark room. Alright, so Attack on Titan. What? They have dark rooms in there. Nico's in the closet.
I'm in food storage.
Alright.
Okay. I have to calm down now.
So, Attack on Titan. The first season was garbage. How's the second season?
What? No. You think it's garbage. The internet community is hyped on it. Like, Attack on Titan is better than Red Bull.
Dude, Attack on Titan is the Game of Thrones of anime. Except people dropped it after the first season.
Yeah,
but yeah,
no one talked about the second season, even though I feel like the second season is better.
It was super
Why?
popular.
Because
it took 4 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, like everybody was talking about the first season. It was like, man, there was so many react to episode 1 of Attack on Titans. People were like, oh my god, this is crazy. I thought anime was for kids because they're uncultured. Anyways, and then they started watching, and then people started watching Attack on Titans. They're like, man, I'm into anime now. I watch Dragon Ball Z, I watch Attack on Titans, I watch Naruto, I watch. That's pretty much all I watch. And then there was a pause for 2.5 years, And there's
Wait, for
12,
what?
and then 12 episodes come out compared to 24 or 25 in the first season. Then nobody talks about it.
No. Attack on Titan took a 4-year break.
4 years?
Yeah.
That was 2.5 only. Dang.
Nope.
4 years. Wow. So after a 4-year break, they come into 12 episodes. They hope you're happy. Only one season. Did you like it?
Yes.
Is it better than Game of Thrones?
No.
Alright.
Because
Why?
there's a really big problem. Dragons.
Oh.
That's what's really big problem. They don't have dragons.
Alright. But what made you watch the second season of Attack on Titan? Why didn't you forget about it? Like the entire rest of the world?
Because they got to develop the characters and the story a lot more.
Okay, so you are attached to the characters and that they can die at any moment.
Yeah, because they actually spent the time to develop them and to like give them motivation and backstory. Also, the relationships between the characters was developed.
Yeah, like I heard that there's a dude that's in love with his sister.
What?
Okay, I think
so.
I've heard a classic like, oh, she lived with him for a while, but
Aaron and Mikasa.
Yeah, the dude and his sister.
I
They go out together.
I don't think
Game of Thrones
they're. I don't think they're in love.
Oh.
Maybe. Like, it's not confirmed.
After watching Korra, there's a lot of confirmation that. Actually, I don't know where I was going with that. But anyways.
Korra? Like the Legend of Korra?
Yeah, what did you think about season 2 of Attack on Titan?
I liked it because they furthered the plot, and it wasn't all about the action. It was about like character development, solving some questions you had about the first season, and also giving you more mystery to get invested into the possible like third season that would come out
in 4 years. Would you recommend it to every anime casual that watched the first season and said, "Man, that was surprisingly gory. I liked it"?
No, because they're filthy casual. No, I'm kidding. Casuals aren't filthy. They're disgusting. Just kidding. Okay. Yeah, I'd recommend it because, like I said, it answers the questions that you had about the first season, and like if they were you get more horror, you get more mystery, more. It becomes a bit more intellectual in the second season, as opposed to just like the slash fest of the first season.
I see. So, yeah, all I know is that Attack on Titan is available on Crunchyroll right now. You can go there, support them. I think Nico used this other website that he used to support me, like usual. So it's connected. Which one do you prefer?
There's more than just Crunchyroll.
I don't know, man. Crunchyroll's a big monopoly on anime. But yeah, this one just Crunchyroll. Crunchyrolls. Anyways, but what do you prefer between this and Konosuba?
Definitely Attack on Titan 2.
Really? You think it's funnier than Konosuba?
Not funnier, just better.
Interesting. So you would give it higher than a 6 out of 10, or than liked it, would watch again? That's when Nico dropped his camera. Nico.
I'm also here because
destroyed the call.
No.
And,
my laptop died because
yeah.
I was getting food because I'm the most unprofessional person you'll ever meet.
And somebody had to knock on my door saying, "Oh, I threw my frisbee around the fence. Can I go get it?" So I had to. Go take care of that. So that was like the perfect moment. Anyways, like Nico said, 0 out of 10. I think that season 2 sucked. He was never watched again. Now let's go to his other subject.
I told you that I liked it more than Konosuba. Probably an 8 out of 10.
Dang. That's almost better than your name.
I didn't give a rating for your name.
Oh, was it Kong? No. Wait, did you give like an 8.5 out of 10 for Kong? I think you did.
No, for Kong, I
No.
gave a 6.5 or 7.
Yeah.
The reason why I'm not rating your name is because you can't grade that on a 10 scale.
Okay, Rico really liked that movie. To be fair, I incredibly liked A Silent Voice too. I think Nico's your name man and I'm a Silent Voice man. That should describe us the best.
I haven't seen A Silent Voice.
So
I feel like that's an unfair assumption.
I guarantee you will not like A Silent Voice nearly as much as you like your name. I can guarantee you that.
All right, do you want to bet on it?
Yeah, sure.
I'll bet you a can of red beans.
Sure. That's the best of whether or not you like something and then don't lie about it. Well, tell me you like it. I feel like I can't lose that bet. I'm betting you a bottle of wine.
Wow, that's expensive.
I'm kidding, by the way.
Is it an empty bottle of wine?
Because there's no one winning that bet. You can just be like, oh yeah, I really liked A Silent Voice, my favorite movie of all time. Give me a bottle of wine now.
Why would I lie?
Because you get to win a bottle of wine, and you get to win a bet.
I don't like wine.
Even if you don't like wine, do you really want to send me beans? Exactly, that's what I thought.
Did you want beans? And it's only
No.
like 20. It's only like 90 cents for a
I
can
know.
of beans. I would totally give you a can of beans. I'd give you 5 cans of beans.
And $30 for the shipping. No.
No, I just visit you on Christmas.
Alright, really? Just for beans? Hey, to the 8-hour flight. No, okay, it's not an 8-hour flight.
I'd be visiting my parents anyway.
Yeah.
I'd already be there.
Family. I have to give someone beans. Beans, beans. You know what I mean. Beans, beans. Sometimes they're round and sometimes.
Besides, I visit you during Christmas anyway.
Alright. Well, but okay. So 8 out of 10 for Attack on Titan Season 2. Right now we have one of your other subjects.
That's actually, what other subject do I have? Because that's all I have.
Well, that's all you have? Okay, good, you have no other subject. So,
What was the other subject that I had?
I'm not telling you. So, dude, you can literally look at the Facebook chat and look at the facts.
Was it Game of Thrones? Because I
And
haven't
then
seen the new
judge
season of
yourself.
Game of Thrones.
And then judge yourself. But anyway, so, what I want to talk about is the thing I've been watching all weekend to prepare for this. I had like 4 subjects, but deep them. So I'm not watching that because we don't have to talk about them. I'll talk about Evo Evolution tournament that's happening right now that I'm missing because Nico wants to talk about 3 animes and 2 movies. Maybe it was the opposite. I don't know.
Well, it's actually it's like 3 animes and 3 movies, but 1 anime is a movie, so
It's a combination, man. Anyways, I really like talking about Samuel L. Jackson. Attack on Titan sucks. So. Alright, I'm here. Somebody
What's Evolution?
But super anime. Like me, like
What?
yearly send.
What's Evolution?
That's a nice question, Nicola. Thanks for the transition. It's the biggest fighting game tournament of the year, sadly. And the reason why it's sadly is because it is not my favorite tournament of the year, every single year, because I don't like the way it's run. It's just, hey, we're opening invites not invites, we're opening the places for people to register for as much fighting games as they want for a couple of months, and then they take as many entrants as like people that show up until like 2 weeks before something. I might be off on the dates, and then it makes for like they become the biggest because there's like thousands of people that go there. There's big pot bonus, which means that there's like if you win you get a bunch of cash. That's basically what it means. And they feature the most popular fighting games that year. Like this year they have Smash 4, Melee, Injustice 2, Street Fighter 5, which I said the most popular. Street Fighter 5 sucks, but they still have it for some reason. Marvel vs. Capcom 3, um, and Blaze Blue, and a bunch of fighting games next year. They're probably gonna have Dragon Ball Z. So I'm saying the Dragon Ball Z fighting game. It looks awesome.
Do they have Tekken?
Yeah, they have Tekken 7.
Good.
American actually made it to top 8. That was surprising. One of the casters said, "Oh, we might not have Americans top 8 this year," and some of them made it. That was really surprising. I don't know who won because I don't watch Tekken. Because I don't know, I just never got into Tekken. I just don't get it. It's just
I've seen the movie.
There's a bear.
The
There's a freaking bear. There's a lion dude. I don't get it.
I like Tekken because the movesets are really like complicated and flavorful. It gives a lot of.
Flavorful.
You feel like every character has their own unique fighting style,
Like
and
in every
it
other
makes
fighting
them.
game. That's the goal, dude.
But and they're so well detailed and graphic, and the visuals.
Yeah, I don't get
Oh,
Tekken. You should have watched it.
so
People for Tekken then.
beautiful.
You could have done your resume on it. Or like
Why
a
does
segment
it
on
last months at a time? Isn't that too much?
I know, like just for the entrance. So like they're like, hey, for 2 months you can register and just enter Evo, and they just try to get the most amount of people for every single game. There was a little less for entrance for every game. No, not for every game. For a couple of games this year than there was last year. Because last year was, again, that's why I don't like Evo that much. Because last year it ran from like 10 a.m. to like 1 o'clock in the morning, and some fighters were there like the entire day just fighting, and then it's like, oh, and next day it starts at 10 a.m. again, and it's like, oh, cool, I need to go eat since I didn't eat all day, and afterwards I get to sleep. Afterwards I get like 6 hours of sleep, and I need to go back and play fighting game again all day because it's hardly organized. Now this year they did a way better job. Still don't like the format. I still feel like it's really stupid that you just because they have so many fighting games, they have to have some finals during Friday, some finals Saturday, and some finals Sunday. Like I've watched the finals for Melee and Justice 2. Actually, did I finish Justice 2? I didn't finish Justice 2. But I watched the final for Melee. Got spoiled about that, but it was what I expected. But I didn't watch for Smash 4 since it's today, and there's other finals going on today too. But yeah, it just, I like the fact it's like,
Why didn't you watch it for Smash, or did you watch it for Smash Melee?
Smash 4 is happening right now.
Yeah, but why aren't you watching it?
Because I'm talking to you.
But Smash is like your favorite game ever.
Not Smash 4.
That's the one where like.
That's the one. In my opinion. But hey, it's my opinion.
Okay.
Some people really like it. I watch it a couple of times here and there. I might watch it real quick, but like, there's not really any match that I'm interested in the top 8 of Smash 4. But anyways, going back to what I don't like again. I don't like the schedule of it. Just the fact it's like, oh, they're here fighting all day. And there's 2,000 people, and 1,500 of those people are scrubs. I'm sorry, but like, you know what you are, and just aren't a challenge, and just is going to watch this one person bodying the other person. And because there's like 8 fighting games, they don't have the opportunity to get the interesting matches on stream, so you just end up watching kind of boring matches for the entire day. Now during Friday, it was really interesting because there was a jump off, which you could have watched. I didn't suggest it to you guys because I know you don't like fighting games that much. Which is basically just, it's a stream where they got casters from different fighting games that just come in and try to teach people that just wanted to know more about Evo, about different fighting games. And they were just like, oh, let's just teach you what's in this game, what different characters can do, what's the fun things about this game, what are the interesting players to watch out for, and just stuff like that. And it was really funny. There was some of my favorite casters on there, Soundjam, that I mostly know for, well, I actually just started watching Injustice, but I also know he does like some anime fighters. He does Guilty Gear stuff. And then DC, which does a bunch of fighting games. He does mostly known for Smash 4. He also does Pokken tournaments. But yeah, that was the most interesting program because the casters were fun to hang out with while watching the fighting games.
So you actually hung out with the casters.
But that's not
like,
that's what, dude,
you're physically there.
No, but that's what it feels to be on Twitch. When you're on
Twitch, I see.
When you're using Twitch, you're not just watching something. You're hanging out with them. Because there's the chat there, and like I keep saying, Twitch chat is the best chat. And 3/4 of the time, people interact with the Twitch chat, and when they don't, the Twitch chat knows that, therefore it interacts with itself. So basically, you're hanging out with the people talking, and hanging out with the people in the Twitch chat, talking to them, and you're just having a blast, just being distracted by two things at the same time, talking about the same subject, which is really interesting. I really like Twitch. One of my favorite media. I think it counts as a form of media.
Yeah, I'd consider it a media.
Yeah. And yeah, so I like with Jump Off, just the fact that it just bounces from game to game, because I like fighting games in general, so I don't really care which one you show me. Even if it's Tekken, but it's been interesting to hear the caster's opinion about the stuff that's happening, and it's the most interesting fact of it was to hear like a Street Fighter commentator talk about Smash 4. That was really interesting. Like, oh man, I've heard this about Smash 4, and is this true? And it's like, oh, actually, this is this, and this is that.
Is this true? No, you're wrong. Do your research.
But hey, that was really interesting. Some people were like, oh, I actually like watching Ryu in Smash 4. Since I play Street Fighter, it's really interesting that the fact that he's actually good in Smash 4 compared to Street Fighter 5. It's like, oh, and that's funny things to hear, or like that Marvel players really like to play Falco in Melee. That's like, oh, that's really interesting. I wonder why. It's like, oh, it's because the way he does his combos and stuff like that. And that was really interesting to listen to. But they stopped the Jump Off when top 8 in different games started. So after Saturday, there's no more Jump Off. So then you're just watching streams of like boring matches, because they somehow managed to take the most boring matches and put them on stream, since there's only one stream for every game. And so it just got a little bit boring. This morning, actually, I caught some really good matches on Injustice that happened last night. Injustice 2, the DC fighting game. The top 16 matches were really interesting, and the top 8 matches too. Actually, Canada representing in Injustice 2. There's two Canadians top 8. One playing Flash, which is I haven't seen the final yet, so I don't know if he wins. But right now he beat everybody. He's fighting for first place against the American Dragon that plays Aquaman and Poison Ivy. But there was another Canadian using Damian Wayne, Robin, that did pretty well and made it top 8 also. Compared to Smash 4, the Canadians there disappointed us. There was 2 that we were counting on. None of them made top 8. They got like 174th. I don't know. They just did really badly. They were a pretty good candidate to make it to top 8 or even win a tournament, both of them. And I heard that there's a Canadian player that made it far in Marvel vs. Capcom 2, but didn't watch it because I don't understand that game either. It looks fun because somebody gets touched and then they just die.
No, they pull off a bunch of combos that ascent. What?
They get touched and they die. That's mostly what happened.
No,
sometimes
it's that they just do combos that are like 32 hits, and they just keep the person getting hit without any the person being able to get any reaction time in, because the combos are so fast.
Exactly. They touch somebody, they die. It's a crazy game, man. It's just like, wait, oh my god, he got touched. Oh man, he's gonna die. Oh my god, he died. Okay, game 2. It's like,
where does Evo take place anyway?
It's in Las Vegas. So if you lose and you're down, you can go gambling and just lose even more money.
So how much does it cost again to Evo?
Oh, I know it's really expensive because they need.
And scrubs decide to go and play.
I don't understand. And there's so many of them. But like, it's for the feelings. Like, oh man, I went to the biggest fighting game tournament ever, and I made it far. Look at me. But like, most of you won't.
I got to 1,000 and I got to 999 out of 1,000.
Like, literally,
I beat a guy.
Literally half the people that go to Evo, half of them will lose their first 2 games and be out of the tournament. It's a fact. And there's still that many people that go there.
To be fair, half of the people in any tournament lose their first match.
That's also a fact. But like, if you think about Evo number, it's like, oh man, there's 10,000 people that went there. 5,000 of you are getting out. Why are you there? Why did you pay? I don't know how much it is. Like $50 to go there and make the trip to go there. But it's pretty experienced. Some people say the finals are hype most of the time. But like the thing that disappointed me the most about Evo is that it's never in the top 5 my favorite tournament of the year. It's never there. Even this year, like it's not even done yet, and it still wouldn't break the awesome tournament that happened this year. Like Genesis 3 was awesome. I'm mostly a Smash guy, by the way. Combo Breaker was cool. CEO was cool for Injustice 2. It actually wasn't that good for Smash, but Injustice 2 was really high for CEO. The Summit is always the best. Civil War was the best event this year. This event was amazing. It was
Civil
great.
War is a movie.
Yes, and they based an event out of that movie. Because two of the big...
Were you able to interact with the cast of Civil War and like be punched by Iron Man?
Ish, dude. Because
Wait,
two
what?
of the... So for Civil War, I'll talk about Civil War. Evo was fine. I'll give it like a 5 out of 10 like I usually do. Anyways, for Civil War, two of the biggest Smasher, Zero, the one that wins every Smash 4 tournaments ever, and Allied, the guy who beat him multiple times. We're like, man, it'd be cool if we had a tournament that was like that was based around a rivalry, because you know, like I win most tournaments, but you beat me like a good amount of times, so it'd be interesting if we had that. And the 2GG, which is like organization that makes Smash 4 tournaments, said, okay, sure, and let's call it Civil War. Let's see if we get some traction off of this. And people were like, man, that'd be cool. We have like Zero vs Ally, we have Civil War. Well, that'd be an interesting event, and there'll be like a crew battle where like there's people on Zero's side and there's people on Anti side, and then not Anti Ally, sorry. There's a player named Anti. That's why I said that.
Okay, so there's a player called Pervert.
No, it's A-N-T-Y.
Oh, Anti. No,
Yeah,
wait,
not Y.
A-N-T-Y?
Not Y. I.
Okay, Yeah,
Yeah.
Anti.
Yeah, but everybody calls him Anti. I don't know why actually.
Because it sounds like pervert in
No,
Japanese.
he just likes getting called like that instead. I don't know. But anyways, and people on Allies side, and they're just gonna fight each other, and the winner wins money because you always put money on the line.
Do they
Anyways,
actually punch each other, or do they
no,
like
they fight. They're like, okay,
in a
let's
Smash
go, man.
tournament?
Yeah.
Or do they like start kickboxing?
At a Smash tournament, man, and it's like, oh my god, we'll destroy that team. That team sucks, man. And they made some art for that, like Zero, Diddy Kong had some Iron Man art, like it was Diddy Kong in the Iron Man suit, and then Ally, since he's Canadian, he had like a Canadian shield, like Captain America, and did some art for that. And different members had different design for the characters. Like one of the members plays Ryu, so he had like an Iron Fist costume, and like there was some cool art and design for this, and it was a cool event. And there was some cool, funny videos with it too. Like it was an amazing event. And like the funny thing about this event is, compared to Evo, Civil War focused on bringing the best players there. They didn't say, oh, we don't care about having the biggest event. We just want the best players to go there. We'll pay money to fly out the top 50 players of Smash 4 so they can go to our event. So we can have only the best players there, which make the event even better, because it wasn't just, oh, let's have 1,000 scrubs and 8 good players. And they're like, okay, well, let's have 50 good players and 7 scrubs. And that made that event even better, because every match was crazy. It was like, oh my god, this guy can beat Zero, even though Zero never lost a tournament. Oh my god, this guy can totally beat Ally. That's crazy. And every match was extremely intense. It was really fun to watch, compared to the match that was streamed at Evo.
Did the scrubs win?
Like in Smash 4?
Yeah.
Well, the scrubs always gets eliminated, but they get eliminated quick, like real quick. Afterwards, it was only the best players left. But compared to Evo, where it's like, oh, 15,000
I think it would have been kind of cool if like one of the scrubs was actually good and what was like.
But then he's not a scrub if he's good.
But why would you fly in 50 best guys and 7 scrubs?
Because there's always 7 scrubs that just register out of nowhere.
It's just like you find 50 best people and then go out in the streets like you, and you come to this building and play Smash 4. It's like, what's Smash 4?
It was still an open tournament, so anybody could register. But like, since it was an Evo, there wasn't 1,000 scrubs that just decided to register. It was probably like 7 scrubs. Okay, I'm exaggerating, but it was a really low amount of scrubs that registered, which made it even better, because it was just like, man, it's just top level matches after top level matches. And as somebody that doesn't like Smash 4 that well, I will say for free, it's the best event that happened this year.
You're gonna say for free?
Yeah.
Like as in the anime?
No. Well, I'll still say it though. So yeah, like Evo, pretty like at least have like 2 streams for different games or something, because like 3/4 of the matches they showed on stream are bad, and they're just like, oh, by the way, this player beat this player. It's like I would have liked to seen that. This is the garbage match I just saw. But yeah, Honeybee is the biggest story out of Evo this weekend for me. I just watched Injustice 2, Smash 4, and Melee, so like I don't know about the other fighting games and what happened. I know there's been a couple of upsets in the other fighting games too, but Honeybee is really fun to watch because Flash is just a fun character to watch. He's just cool, man. It's the Flash. He does some quick moves, some taunting here and there. He just runs, hits people. Fun to see the Flash beat Superman. And yeah. So, would you ever watch Evo, Nicola? Would you?
It sounds like some of the matches in the finals would be worth watching.
Oh, would you watch the Evo streaming today? Because today, Sunday is always a top 8 day. It's top 8 in 4 different games, if I'm not wrong. And Smash 4 is one of them. Actually, they've announced that Street Fighter will be on ESPN2, which is a sports channel, because they're trying to say that video games are sports. And I will talk about my opinions on that on another podcast. And Smash 4 will be streamed on Disney's channel. The top 8.
Why
So,
is
yeah.
Smash 4 on a business channel?
No, Disney.
Oh,
Disney. Yeah.
That, what?
Yeah, Disney. Smash 4 is being streamed on Disney. So
Wow.
kids can watch it. Because it's cool. Dude, we're trying to be esports out there. But, yeah, I don't know. They just said, you know what, to bring it to a bigger audience, let's try to put it on TV. And they probably had a hard time putting it on ESPN or something, so they're like, oh, let's put it on Disney. Maybe Disney will accept it. Disney was like, sure, why not? It's cool.
No, I think it involves a bit more and some like
Money?
contracts and souls being taken.
Alright, probably. But like, would you watch like for other game, or would you mainly watch like Tekken? Would you be like, I'll watch Tekken. I don't know about the other games since I don't know them that well.
I feel like if they were to the top 8, I would watch like all that I could. Because the top 8 should be like the most interesting matches, even though you don't know what the game's about.
The top 8, there's multiple channels that on YouTube that upload the top 8 every time they happen. You can see the top 8. You can look at the Evo stream today. It's the Sunday stream is all top 8. You can check the VODs. And if not, the Evo stream for Saturday, starting, I forgot what time. It's like at half the stream. That's where the top 8 for Injustice, Melee, and one other game that I forgot happens. But they should all be uploaded on YouTube. There's always somebody that does it because it's Evo and it's super popular for some reason. And there's always somebody that says, hey, top 8 for this at Evo is here's the entire thing. Hey, top 8 for this at Evo, here's the entire thing. So it always comes out on YouTube soon afterwards. So yeah. So I need to go back and speed watch the Smash 4 top 8 and be sad that 0-1 again, because he probably will. And I hope that the Flash will win this Injustice 2 tournament.
Why would you be sad that 0-1 again?
Dude, he just keeps winning, man. He just... Cause, okay.
Why would you be sad?
Okay, I'm trying to think, cause you don't watch sports either. Yeah, it's actually, I don't know how to, okay, maybe, like, anime fight? Okay, wait, I don't know. How can I explain it to you? Alright, let's see watching Attack on Titan. Okay? And there's a Titan that comes in and fights the main character. And the main character wins. And next episode, it happens again. The main character wins. And then 60 episodes later, it happens again. And the main character wins again. Do you want to watch the 61st episode?
But like that's what all anime does. You never think Yu-Gi-Oh's gonna lose a fight, but he does. He doesn't.
I don't watch Yu-Gi-Oh, man.
But like,
alright.
also Cool no Basket.
Dude,
They also never.
You've definitely not watched anime because they definitely lose multiple games.
Oh, okay.
That's why I love sports anime, because they can actually lose. That's what's so hype about it. You're like, oh my god, they could totally lose this. Are they gonna lose this? Oh my god, I don't know. That's why I don't watch Yu-Gi-Oh, because you're like, Yu-Gi-Oh's not gonna lose. That's why I don't watch the newest season of Vanguard, compared to the first season of Vanguard, which was really interesting because the main character lost multiple times. People were literally saying, can this guy please stop losing? This is getting annoying. Which is really funny, because it never happens. But yeah, like, you watch a tournament, you would rather not you would rather not be sure at 100% that the same person is gonna win the tournament. You would rather
But
be
isn't
like,
Ally able to beat Zero though?
yeah, but they need to meet in brackets, and they rarely do. Like in this tournament, they didn't meet in brackets.
So they, but they would meet in the finals, right?
If he's seeded number 2, they would. If he's not seeded number 2, they might meet earlier. Ally, I think, was seeded like top 5, somewhere in the top 5 spot. So he was supposed to meet him like in semifinals, but he lost earlier.
So other people could beat Zero.
Sure, they could. They rarely do. Zero, in like...
Because like, if Ally is able to beat Zero and other people beat Ally, then other people might be able to beat Zero.
But that's not how it works, dude. Because it's not rock, paper, scissors. It's real human beings.
No, like, if you're able to beat someone, you might be able to beat someone else. Just like how Ally might be able to beat Zero sometimes.
Might, but it doesn't mean... like... Okay, how could I say... Because there was... at the time, it's on the Miller documentary, they said that Hugs had the number on PC Chris, which was one of the best Miller player at that time. And PC Chris beat Ken. But Hugs never beat Ken. Ever. At that time. He might be able to do it today, because Ox is way better today. But, see, that rock paper doesn't work, because it's just the... PC Chris said it's the playstyle that made it so hard for him to beat him. But Ken was like, I don't care about his playstyle, I'll just beat him, because he's not good enough. And I think it's the playstyle of Ally that beats Zero, not how good he is.
Okay.
And Zero, in like the 100th tournament that he's participated in, has only lost to like 20 people. And think about, when you go to a tournament, you run through like 10 people at least. And he has participated to more than 100 tournaments in Smash 4. This has been out for like 2 years now. That man has only lost to 20 people. He has only lost like 4 tournaments. So when I watch a Smash 4 tournament and Zero is on, I'm like, please I, please do this. And if he's out, I'm like, I guess Zero win this one. Sometimes he doesn't win. That's really fun to watch. Because you're like, oh my god, can this guy actually beat the god? But when he doesn't beat the god, you're just like, well, I mean, it was fun to watch while he tried. Like, I would say, like, Zero is the most fun player to watch and the less fun player to watch at the same time, because when somebody gets close to beating him, it's the most fun matches. But when he's destroying other people because he's just that good, it's just boring, because it's just like him putting in a clinic on everybody else. Everybody else looks like a scrub compared to him, until somebody proves to be a challenge.
But that describes like everyone. You are a scrub until you prove to be a challenge.
Exactly. But the problem is that the amount of people that look like a scrub facing against Zero. I wish that less people would look like scrubs. That's what I'm trying to say.
Well, wish upon a star.
But yeah. So good to see a Flash win a major tournament. So that's never happened. Well, actually, no, he's won a major this year. But anyways, I want to see a Flash win a tournament. So, any ending word, my fellow podcaster? It's already been 2 hours and 16 minutes.
Yeah, I don't exactly know. Evo sounds interesting though. At least the top 8 matches.
Watch them. If you watch them, comment on them. I want to hear your opinions on them.
Like comment as I'm watching, or
yeah. I actually want to hear the opinion on them because because I only watch Evo with the stream chat. There's literally nobody that I know that watches Evo. That watches fighting games actually.
Do you want to do that now or later?
I don't know what matches are happening right now. I'll check it real quick. My computer's on mute. But yeah.
Were you watching videos this entire time?
No. Okay. I have my notes there, and that's why I've been doing my research when you didn't remember Akira's name or stuff like that. I have the Kimi no Wa. Oh yeah, IMDb page, because I was going to tell you that the director of Your Name has directed other animated movies if you wanted to watch them. It's on IMDb. I have Google Translate open because I'm French. Konosuba's page open because I didn't have time to write notes about it. Oh, it's Tekken 7's finals.
Oh!
So yeah. After Tekken is Smash 4. And after Smash 4 is Street Fighter 5. So if you want to watch them, we can watch them.
Okay, are we gonna do this off channel or off video recording?
Well, we can decide afterwards because we should end the podcast because I don't think we can just cut it in two because they will be completely different because one is a review, the other one is watching. But anyways.
Okay.
So, for the ending, all I have to say is that I want to remind you that we have a Twitter account at the account that I'm going to type right now because I forgot the name. I think it's for Facebook friends. Yes, thank you, Kolma. It's for Facebook friends. With a 4, the number. I don't know why I said with a 4. We follow 3 accounts. We follow me, Jeff, Kolma Kambu, Nicola, and Wendy's.
I feel like you mentioned more than just 3 accounts.
No,
Wendy's is not one of them.
No, we follow Wendy's. We follow only 3 accounts, and one of them is
Wendy's. We follow 3.
Yeah, 4 Facebook friends.
Okay.
Our Twitter account. Feel free to subscribe. We only have 1 subscriber. Nico didn't subscribe to our channel. Please subscribe.
No, because I guess maybe I should subscribe to our own channel.
Yeah, and our Twitter account.
Twitter.
We have a YouTube channel that this will be posted on. Please subscribe. Please leave a like. Because we're YouTubers now. I don't know.
They would probably be watching the YouTube channel if they aren't this video.
If you want to leave a dislike, you're a horrible person, but please tell us why in the comment. We want to have a discussion with you. We want to understand your reason. We want to have your constructive criticism. And honestly, you don't even need to hit that dislike button. You can just tell us. And we're going to comment, and you can just give us a thumbs down in our comments. That's nice too. We don't have a Facebook account because I hate Facebook. Well, you can leave suggestions on what you want us to discuss next time if you want. We can discuss about literally anything. I had like 17 other stuff to talk about, but Nico came up with a list of like, I don't know, like 13 stuff that he didn't tell me about. Plus 5. Stuff. So like, I didn't have time. I was gonna talk about like Spider-Man, Wonder Woman and stuff. But anyways, so Nico, I don't know if you have any ending words to say.
I think you pretty much covered it.
All right.
And I guess next time I'll prepare food before.
Just change everything again. I'll have 5 more things. Oh no! Alright. Isaac might be there next time. He speaks way better than us. He's also meaner.
Wait.
But don't tell him that.
He speaks better English than me?
Honestly, I don't know. Maybe. He has a great vocabulary. You might have the better accent.
Yes.
Because his mind works very well compared to mine.
His mind?
Yeah, his memory is way too good. So like, he can look at his dictionary, memorize the entire page. I don't know if he can actually do that. But anyways, he has a really good memory compared to me. He's like, oh, I remember.
Memory is not the same thing as being able to speak the language.
No, but because of his memory, he's able to like have a good vocabulary because He's like, oh, I should use this word in this sentence instead of these words.
This is
And
true.
he just uses them he just uses them well. Compared to my compared to my first grade English. Anyways, I wish you a goodbye. Nico, we'll talk after this.
I wish you a good day.
We might speak after this. I'm black.
No, you're African Canadian.
I was thinking about the screen. From what I see, it's like you. It's black, and then I see the person you're talking to, and there's you with like your Febreze. Anyways.
I don't have Febreze.
Alright, see you guys next time. Sorry, it's been 2 hours.